Good morning, hello everybody, it's me, the US State of Misery here, and I hope you're ready for a story. Because from the beginning of the universe to everything in between, to Minecraft to 1.20.3, with portal spots and even more, today we've got a lot to cover. In honor of this Minecraft horse right there, tap that like button. I mean, after all, oh my gosh, look at those eyes, they're adorable. You don't want to see this thing frown, that'd be sad. Do me a quick favor and tap that like button, it helps out big time, and then buckle up. Because it's time to hit the gas on this next Minecraft update. Lately, I've been cooking up a lot of everything videos, more on that a little bit later. To get myself in the mood for 1.20.3, the current vibe, I had to do one thing and one thing only. Good cup of hot chocolate, celebrate the season, a little bit of obscure 1940s jazz, I've been into weird things lately, and then research. After a little bit of digging, I stumbled on perhaps the greatest discovery of all time. This update is unlucky. Developed over a total of 13 snapshots, kicking off way earlier this fall, we've got Minecraft 1.20.3. This update brings a whole lot of technical things, but also some pretty cool things that you'll experience in survival Minecraft right now, today. Nether portals. If you know a thing or two about Minecraft, I'm sure, you know how they work. In survival, you jump into it, it kind of like loads up, queues up, starts wobbling. Nether portals have always been the same basically, until today, baby. We got two brand new game rules to kick off this new update. Game rule, players nether portal creative delay, and game rule, players nether portal default delay. Now default delay, let's go ahead and adjust that, maybe bump it down to 1. If I bump it down to 1, move into this portal, instantly, just like that instantly, it's like creative Minecraft. Oh, well, right, that's why you don't go into the nether, my poor dear friend. Oh, that is tragic, I'm sorry. Anyways, by default delay is going to be 80. If we go ahead and change creative delay, which defaults to 1 to say, I don't know, 50 or something, then if we move into the portal, it's gonna do that normal, like, wobbly mode thing. You think about it, you have time to move. But for creative delay, you're meant to be in creative Minecraft. So something weird here is going on, because just a couple of days ago, I dropped a video talking about Minecraft Bedrock 1.20.50, and one of the changes in that update is projectiles. They can break things now, so like, it's meant to be pointed drips on this hanging, you should be able to break it, it's not working. These decorated pots right there, oh yeah, you could definitely break that, and these pots right here. According to the comments all over that video, this has been a thing for a long time, but according to the changelog for both of these updates, this is brand new. Game rule, projectiles can break blocks. This is brand new as well. By default, it's going to be true. If you set it to false, however, I set it to false, check this out. I shoot the pot, no big deal. I shoot the dripstone, no big deal still. And this chorus flower thing, no big deal. In a sense, it would be true to call Minecraft 1.20.3 the grassiest update of all time. Or at least like the most grassy update in like 10 years. You notice any differences? The color, the texture? No. Inside of this update, a brand new type of grass has been added. We've had grass block. We know seagrass. We know tall grass, maybe even. Allow me to introduce you to short grass, formerly known as grass. Not only the name of the item has been changed, but also the ID of the item has been changed as well. Like, as in, this thing right there with that little dash in the middle. This new update could also be known as the spawner update, because inside of this update, check this out. The interface of the spawner, it now correctly shows. If we go ahead and move into it, yeah, it's like all showing and looking good. On the outside of it, taking a look at it, it looks good. Also, when it comes to these spawners, we got two new types that actually work correctly now. If you found, say, a drown spawner or wanted to make one, or a slime one and wanted to make one, they will now both function correctly if all spawn conditions are actually met. I think for this one, that's just gonna mean midnight, so if we go ahead and flip it over, move close enough, eventually, yes, the slime spawns, and a drown should be able to as well. Now, those are only two of the spawner updates inside of this update. But for the other ones, well, stay tuned. Over inside of the menu, this thing right here, the Barkaton guards the gate. I don't know what it means, no clue, very mysterious. Let's say I was tired of seeing it, I don't want to see it anymore. No more splash text, no big deal. Brand new option right here, hide splash text. If I go ahead and turn that on, go to the menu, it's clean, it's crisp, and it lacks all personality entirely. The grass update, yeah, sure, whatever, you could call it that. The spawner update, yeah, I guess you could call it that too. But maybe Minecraft 1.20.3 should be called the pod update. Inside of this update, at long last, since their initial edition inside of 1.20, they've kind of been lacking a little bit. After only maybe 5 months of pots not really being exactly the best, they have received one of the greatest updates of all time. This is so nice. Right after 1.20 dropped, a lot of the community was talking all about how these pots maybe needed to do a little bit more. Like, let's say, put something inside of them. Yes, listen. That sound right there, that's a brand new sound. This sound right here, that's a brand new sound. And this sound, it's a little bit crunchier. Another pot sound that's been updated is this one too. Now, when it comes to everything else with the pots, like as in how you craft them, that's all going to be exactly the same. But check this. After I craft these things, they will now actually stack. They're going to stack in stacks up to 64 now. However, they will not stack with unlike pots. This one's all shirted out. It's never going to stack with these plain pots right there. Storage. Alright, look, I'll admit it, I know this is probably not breaking news to you. This has been a pretty big thing over the past couple months of the community, but yes, these decorative pots, they can now store items as well. So let's say, I don't know, I'm in the Minecraft guide, hardcore world, whatever, and I'm trying to make a storage building. This is going to be my storage room right here. I want to use the decorative pot. This is all the stuff that I would like to hopefully store inside of the pot. This first one is going to be for diamonds. To put something into the pot, all you need to do is walk up to it and look at it and, like, press the use button. There's no UI or anything like that. Now, I can continue to load diamonds up into this pot, and the noise is getting the higher pitch. Listen. It gets higher pitch the more full it is, all the way up until I put a full stack of items inside it. If I try and put one more diamond inside of this thing, it doesn't work. These decorated pots can only hold up to a stack of items at a time, and they can only hold up to one type of item at a time. If I have apples in this pot, it's only apples, no coal or nothing else like that. If I have something that maybe like stacks a little bit less, say this axe right here, there's gonna be one axe and one axe only inside of the pot. It's kind of really, in a sense, just like the bundle. The ender pearl, if I go ahead and put these in it, oh, I don't know if you can tell by the sound, but I filled up really quickly. Now, when I walk up to the pot and I punch it with my fist, the pot breaks and the items pop out of the pot. If I walk up to it with an axe and hit it, the pot breaks and the items fall out of the pot. I still think it would be so cool to hit a pot, like, and not break it, and maybe the items stay inside of it or something, but maybe with enough patience, that'll come to the game later on. Hopefully. I can't complain too much, though, because we've got storage in the game, and I kind of low-key, high-key love how it doesn't have, like a UI or nothing like that. Now, you don't actually have to put things in this thing manually. If I had a dropper right here and go ahead and power that, it's going to send the diamond right into the pot. If I break the pot, sure enough, there was a diamond. Another great way to load up a pot is place it down and put a hopper going into it, either from the top or the sides. Afterwards, we go ahead and throw something into the hopper, maybe a bunch of emeralds, to give it a little bit of time, and slowly, this pot is being loaded up. So we put something in the pot, and the hopper minecart is actually going to be able to pull things out of it as well. If you think about this whole thing and how it works, one type of item only, this is basically an item sorter. Speaking of item sorting, check this out. If I go ahead and queue up items into it, the comparator can read it, and the signal is actually going to get stronger the more items I put into this thing. If I put something in that doesn't stack, strong signal, and right from the start. So in other words here, you can like really customize the strength of the signal with the comparator right here. Maybe like ender pearl stacks in a different amount, it's gonna fill up and power up pretty quickly here. And it seems that a full pot is always going to have a signal strength of 11 when read with a comparator. Another cool thing that you can do with these pots involves the good old trusty skulk sensor from Minecraft 1.19, or I guess the Amethyst one too. If I go ahead and have this pot chilling right here and then go ahead and put something in it, well, as you probably noticed there, the skulk sensor definitely hurting. What if I say maybe swapped the operation around though? Skulk sensor hooked up to the comparator, pot right there. Just like when this thing is filled up with items, when you put something into it, the skulk sensor hears 11. New sound, same crafting, new stacking, storage. And when it comes to these pots, I think that's basically everything that's new. Beginning right now, you'll be able to actually make this in your world and put things into it. And in the next update, 1.21, you'll find these inside of structures with loot inside of them too. But for that one, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Instead, listen to this. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, that's amazing sounding. Hands down, this is definitely how it always should have been, but when you use an ender pearl now and teleport when you land, you get like a teleportation sound. You're literally an enderman now. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cool. It's so simple, like a really small thing, but amazing. I love that. I love that. I love bats. Truly, I'm a poet. Oh my god, look at this beautiful new bat. The updated model has made it to the game. Last year, 1.90.3 was all about the Vex. This year, it's all about the bat. The animation has been updated as well. Those wings, those are snappier, flappier than ever before. It's beautiful. I love the eyes and the ears on this thing too. It looks so good. Other than that though, unfortunately, still no like drop or point to exist or anything like that. We've got a beautiful picturesque existence with no reason to exist at all. Next up, imagine this. In my theoretical world, I have a shield and I am using said shield. Suddenly, I get into combat with a bat, and maybe this is a fire-breathing bat. I go ahead and use the shield. I go to third person and I look straight up, and do you see that right there? Can you tell? If you're familiar with the shield, you would know that the shield movement, it never went all the way up above your head before. It kind of just like stopped mid-range, but your head would move up. They may still block the entire screen view, making it near impossible to use in videos. However, they actually like move around correctly now. And it translates in game too. If said monstrous fire-breathing bat was dead above me and I use the shield and I'm like looking up, because I'm looking up, the shield is actually going to block now. When it comes to blocking with a shield, it should correspond visually a whole lot more. I do find it kind of interesting that those shield updates didn't come in the last update, 1.20.2 with the combat updates. But anyways, take a look at what just happened. Do you notice this Minecraft world and maybe say the portal, maybe say the mobs, maybe say the cow over there? Yeah, literally everything froze inside of this world. The tick command, it's a brand new command and it's insanely powerful. We've got different options for the tick command. I talked a little bit more about it once it was added or shortly after. If I go ahead and do tick step, check this out. I went ahead and moved one tick ahead. Where you can really see this is a mob animation. Tick step. Yep, you see the pig is slowly, or it was slowly turning. Another cool thing that you can do with the tick command, unfreeze it, let it go ahead and go back to life, run normally. But then, I don't know, maybe I wanted it to go ahead and like slow down a little bit. So go ahead and do tick rate. By default, I think is 20. Go ahead and set it to 1. Now we're moving in ultra slow-mo, including myself. I'm moving around this world at a tick rate of 1 to 120 at the speed of the normal rate. Look at that, you can get like crazy like, maybe like a good thumbnail shot or something like that, pause animations and whatever. The same thing is gonna go for like literally everything. Look at this, when I use the spyglass, it's like dramatic and slow, and it's like, whoa, look at the pig, or maybe the horse right there that's like, or at least it was slowly moving. The nether portal, very slowly animated, going to the nether to do a little bit of mining. Sure, buddy, get the ancient to breed for me. Now, just like we can slow it down, we can speed it up too. Tick rate 100, and look at this thing. The mob over here, they're just walking around, but it's like full sprinting. It's kind of cool, kind of crazy. The pigs over there, yeah, they're all like going insane. We go ahead and set it back to normal, and just like that, the tick rate is restored. We're living in a normal Minecraft world. Like I said, there's a whole lot to this tick command. It is very powerful, and it's really, really cool. Probably useful for like command block things or data pack related things as well. When it comes to everything you can do with it, from none other than the Minecraft wiki itself, here you go. Alongside the new tick command, we also have the final game rule that we'll be talking about today. Max command fork count. By default, the value here is going to be 65536. This game rule is a pretty straightforward game rule. It's a value-based game rule. You go ahead and set it to any value that you would like to in the world. Arrows, more specifically the tipped versions. This update really gets me wondering about 1.21 combat and everything, because we have a couple interesting fixes that have been in the game for years and years. If I go ahead and shoot this arrow right there, it should be an arrow of regeneration. However, how it always worked, because I didn't like use it up or hit anything, if I pick it back up, it would then be converted to a normal arrow, like I lost the effect. I don't know if you caught that, but sure enough, it doesn't work like that anymore. And it's gonna go like that for every single arrow in the game. If you go ahead and use it, but you like don't really use it, you don't hit the target or anything, it still has the effect. Another cool one aside in here too is if I named the arrow a custom name, say John, and then I went ahead and used this arrow and missed, it'll still be named John when I pick it up. This next one is a big one for the future of Minecraft, but funnily enough, I can't even show you it. You just gotta read it. Yeah, so if I was creating a realm over here, I would now have the option to make a snapshot realm as well. You can test out 1.21, and in the future, even more too. Finally, last but not least, for our big changes in this update, it's sad, it's all black and white, but I also feel like this one happened before for sure. The clock right there, you take a look at that, you take a look at the sun. Clearly, the positions are not corresponding. The clock is telling me it's noon. It's definitely not noon at all. The clock and also the compass, they no longer work inside of any crafting UI anywhere. I swear I remember this being in an older update. You check the recap playlist for me. I don't have time, but maybe this is a Mandela effect. Wake up, babe. New Mandela effect just dropped. Oh, God. I can't sleep. Wonderful. So when it comes to Minecraft 1.20.3 and the amazingness that was inside of it, that's just about it. When it comes to more technical changes inside of this update, we have a lot. A lot of this technical stuff, I think, is queuing up for 1.21 in the future, everything like that. command format stuff with a function command, execute command, like literally there's so much here. Inside of 1.20.3, we have a total of 83 bug fixes. That's a decent amount. In other updates, there have definitely been more fixes. In other updates, there's definitely been less. Oh boy, but finally, we hit the romantic moment I've been waiting for the entire video. Experiments. No change to the bundle one, no change to the villager one. Really got to come back around to that one soon. But update 1.21 is brand new. Inside of this update, for the very first time ever, you now have the option to create a world with 1.21 features. If you decide to, you're going to get a whole lot of beautiful brand new stuff here and a brand new structure too. Now, funnily enough, if you're a regular waddler around here, you've been around for a couple years, you know how it goes. Every year, end of the year, we do a little thing called the List Week. One of my big little plans for List Week this year, to start to kick it off, is a little bit about 1.21. AKA, what I'm saying is, depending on how it plays out in a couple days' time, there's going to be a whole lot more about 1.21 over here, if you know what I'm saying. So in other words, to save your time, prevent overlapping content, a speed run through 1.21. We got the crafter, we got a bunch of tough blocks, we got some copper blocks too. We got a trial spawner and the trial chamber structure, and a breezy new mob. For more on Minecraft 1.21 today, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. This update, 1.20.3, is the equivalent of the Bedrock update that released today as well. For the Bedrock update, I've already dropped the video. For the Bedrock update, there's actually a little bit less of 1.21. Anyways, Minecraft 1.20.3, thank you so much for watching. That's just about everything. I would like to send a dear and deep thank you to my patrons who help me make content like this. Fire Dragon 19, Empress MC, The Great Vegeta, Michael HCK, Skelly Wampus, Steve M, MinecraftMojo.com, Arlo, aka Bobby, Nick C, Clay S, and Pixie Phantom. Thank you all. For a little bit of extra content and world downloads, including this world right here, tap that join button for more info. Until next time, this has been me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.